Hello, 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 people of the internet. Hello, nerds. Welcome to Nerds with Dice. It's Nerds with Pride, and we're raising money for the Translatin Coalition all June, along with our friends over at Sword and Key and SoMattyGameZ. The official Translatin Coalition is an organization that believes that every TGI Latin deserves safety, dignity, and opportunity. Through comprehensive support, fearless advocacy, and dynamic leadership programs, they build a future where community not only survives but thrives. The donation link is in the Twitch chat and our social media. And I was just told that the donation the cap was beat twice over. You've raised twice the amount of money. Y'all are crazy. This is the kind of enthusiasm that we sadly need in a world that forces private citizens to take up the slack of governments. But alas, but hey, fuck governments, right? So, uh, yeah, donate and I will now allow the amazing table that have curated and built to accompany me on the tale of a wintry hunt. So I'm going to just leave it to my players. Actually, Mary, given that you are the person that I played the last game like the longest time ago, what who are you? What where can we find you? And what made you sign up to play this game?
Well, hi everybody. I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. Today I am playing Cold. The spirit of all things cold can never feel warmth and is a little bit angry about it. But you can find me online at the Nerd on Wheels on social media. And what made me sign up for this game? Well, first off, I love anything drama. So if I get to be dramatic and have it be RP based and get to play evil Elsa, I'm okay with that. That sounds like a great time to me. So uh, Cold is a bit of a apathetic towards others, but definitely is a bit of a snake in the grass and is just biding her time. She is going to be a little bit petty, as I'm guessing most of us will be, and is just trying to slowly raise her way up in the court system until she can hopefully regain her old rightful place next to Yukiona.
It
And then, do you
is
want us to popcorn?
always it is always amusing for me to watch you wiggle. Let us see how you dance this time. And that is actually the last fondness that I will show you, Mary, because technically we should have done this in an order, because most things in this game depend on a certain hierarchy of favor. So this is my last sign of fondness and affection that I have for you, Mary, in this game. The rest of it, it's up to you. As much as the guide or the storyteller in this game can direct things, this is very much a game that is driven by choices. And it is unique. And I love how Stephen Dewey has crafted this system. As with many of his systems, I think there is so much more scope for roleplay and potential. So I have done that. I have made some homebrew additions. And thank you, first of all of you, for joining me. Hi, guys. Hi, folks. Hi, people. I am AadiMK. I go by 5 he, him pronouns because he is a little boring. I prefer being fab fast. I started playing this game sometime back. I fell in love with it, and I have run it quite a few times now. And I enjoy running this game to see what people will do when they are given the leeway to be just a little unhinged. So, with all of that being said, let us get into the actual order of what it should have been. My most favored, Flame, introduce yourself. I give you permission in this moment to do so.
Hello, everyone. My name is Julia Labouche. I use any pronouns. You can follow me on Instagram at QueenJulia_11, Blue Sky at QueenJulia11, or I also have a YouTube channel, which is just my name, Julia Labouche. That is Labusch, because the captions are not going to get that. Today, I'll be playing Flame, who uses her pronouns and is just a big old wolf. Literally. And yeah, she's Yuki's favorite. She's very humble about that, definitely. I've been wanting to play this game for a very long time. This is a system I've known about for years, never had the opportunity to play. It was marketed to me as similar to For the Queen, which is one of my favorite systems ever. So I'm very happy and excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Second in her favor, Hunger.
You're muted.
Hi, I'm Amelia Malcolm. You can find me all over the internet at dysableddystopian with Y's and with a Y instead of an I. I am so excited to bring you Hunger. I'm delighted for my first appearance with Nerds with Dice. So happy that I get to be here, especially around people that I have seen in the space for a while. Some even watched entire shows that they've been on, and my good buddy Jonas, who I've appeared with multiple times now. This is going to be the second least sexual character I have ever played, because I am playing Hunger, who is a young orphan boy. Well, he wasn't an orphan. He is the son of the infamous woodcutter from Yuki Ona's past, one of her 10 children. And unfortunately, he died starving out in the cold on his own, so his mother came to collect him, and that was the day he rid himself of his mortal form and took on the shape of a cooking fire that can turn into whatever it wants as long as it's food-based, which is why he is Hunger, but his name that he prefers is Chef. Any and all pronouns, as Chef is no longer boy or girl or mortal. Chef is Chef.
Fair.
And they are still a child. Just gonna emphasize.
Fair.
Yeah.
Not that
I love the
much
Yuki Onna
neither.
stories, so the minute I realized what we were doing, I was like, oh, I'm definitely one of the kids.
That is not going to cut you so much leeway as you think.
That's fine. I'm gonna pop a... That's fine. Apple?
You hold a frozen block of ice and you are left in the hem of her kimono as it just drifts over you as she walks past.
Beautiful.
Third would have been my cold, but Mary, you got the first one, and I have now exercised all affection that I have had for you. You are now just another player. And last but certainly not least, actually,
well,
yeah,
you are worthless, but I will tell you. that you have an opportunity to show what you can do. Fear.
Hi, I am Jonas, they, them. Jonas Tintenseher, Tintesh. Oh, I almost spelled my name wrong. Tintenseher. There we go. Yeah, I've been around the circuit. I do stuff and make RPG content sometimes. And you can find me on my Linktree. It's the easiest way to find me. It's Linktree/Tintenseher, that thing I just spelled. And I am playing Fear, who, yeah, I take, well, I can't say I take pride, but I am last and least. And Fear does not remember most of who she was, but she remembers running, and she remembers madness, and she remembers the cold, icy river in which she drowned before the Yuki Onna came to fetch her. And Fear appears as a young woman, waifish, with a draggled, wet, pale, sunken-through dress that is spotted with flickering lights. You can never fully see all of her because she is not all there. She appears like a reflection in ice. The side that's facing away from you is always kind of disappearing into the background.
And thus is the table of servants of the Queen of Winter, the Yuki Onna, assembled. And so, join me, my lovely players, as we will weave together a tale that will take us to the end of a hunt. There is a stillness to winter that can never entirely be described, because all of it is just potential, waiting to be flash wrought into circumstance. Weight of snow on sodden branches, heavy. Even a gust could have a whole mass of falling snow splashing against the brackish roots and knotted growth of the underground. The domains of winter are expansive. This is not taken to mortal constraints of distance and place. These are attached by intent and by design and by things far older than anything alive should know. But in this vast expanse, broken only with the occasional movement of an animal foolish enough to not leave better no trace of movement, because as silent as it is, both prey and predator always exist in a cycle. And with a crunch of hesitant a new prey has entered the cycle, and immediately in that moment, a thrum, a susurration of feeling fills the world, and all of you, no matter where you are in her domain, know that a hunt is being called, and you, her dogs of the hunt, her wolves, her pack, are being summoned to the Queen. So, as the completely crystal clear sky, not even nary a cloud marred canvas that separates the glittering jewels of the stars, there is a shape that breaks off from a tree and swoops off and starts flying towards the first of these servants that feels the hunt. A albino raven with a kind of broken top beak croaks as it alights on a branch that is close to where you are. Flame, my favored, tell us what you would be doing. What are you doing here? What you look like? And how does her summon manifest itself for you?
Yeah. We see a massive ash gray wolf with orange amber eyes, who was once, years ago, the runt of the litter, if you can believe it, but has since far surpassed the pack that left her behind. And she is lounging in the snow, half napping, just taking in the day. And suddenly an ear perks up as she hears this whistle calling to her that she knows is from her queen. And I'm just gonna get up and stretch my hackles, and just peek my head out from under this little overhang that I've been resting under up at the bird. Well, hello.
You see, as usual, and you know this fucking bird because he's an asshole and he's a little bit of a dick because he is technically your mistress's familiar. Right? So he operates with that kind of just like, me belong to big boss, you know, like that kind of that kind of vibe. He's a little shit. But he has one eye that is kind of like, you know, some maybe the thing that hit his beak has kind of carved out one eye. The only eye that he watches is usually a kind of black, kind of glinting, beady little thing. But as he looks at that, as you look up at him, the eye changes into a circle of pure white blue with a chilling essence. And there is a weight to that gaze.
Where would you like me?
Have you missed the hunt so much that you have forgotten that you have to report to me at my palace?
Of course not. I'll be right there.
Dismissal. And Null, that eye returns to that black beady look and he goes,
That didn't go too well now, did it?
Sorry, say that again?
That didn't go too well now, did it?
I think that went just fine. She's always satisfied in the end.
That's That's what the last one said.
Nice to see you too.
And Null flies off a little faster than he entered the scene. Most definitely.
Yeah. I'll stand the rest of the way up and just shake off whatever snow had accumulated and head off.
You know, and this is an instinctive thing, that you are being summoned to the center of her domain, the lake and her castle.
Mhm.
That is where always the hunt begins.
All right.
You burst off through the snow, whipping through the trees until you are a shadow among shadows, and you become too fast for Null to keep up with, and he flies off to another area of the domain. Hunger, where would we find you? What would you be doing? And I mean, remind us what you look like also. I mean, sure.
Well, at the moment, there is a cabin just on the outside of her area, and I don't know if it has some of my siblings or some of my siblings' children, but there are children in there, and it's winter and it's cold. So right now, my form is a stone oven with a fire that I got from Flame, burning some coal that I managed to gather to keep them all warm. And there are anpan, bean buns, baking on top of me.
And then I think in particular, it is important to ask you, what is your reaction on your face with these people that you are caring for and nurturing as her?
Oh, they're asleep.
Well, what is your reaction when her call to you comes, and what does it manifest as?
Her call, or what is my reaction manifest?
What is your reaction to the manifestation of the bird?
Thanks. The minute the bird manifests and starts to make noise, a bean bun gets smushed into its beak, and little stone and fire hands come out of the oven, and it goes "Nyeh," like waves a finger at him, takes the tray off of its head, and then from the tray sets 2 bean buns in front of each child while they're still sleeping, and then pats them all on the head and puts the warming coals somewhere where they won't catch fire, but they'll keep the children warm through the night. And then he like just sort of like as quietly as he can starts bouncing out of the little wood cabin, and then climbs up the tree with his little arms and looks at the bird and says, "The children were asleep. You don't have to scream. You could just show up in the doorway." All right, you want me to go home, right? That's what this is about?
You've been summoned.
Hey, you could do that quietly and less dramatic, you know. And then I'll, using my arms, no legs, no feet right now, just using my arms, sort of go back down the tree. And despite being able to shapeshift, Hunger really likes looking like cooking apparatuses and making food for people. They are going to turn on their side so that, because they are circular, and then they're just going to roll just back towards the lake.
roll me a d6 because I think given this current energy right now, Null is going to try their goddamn best to try and shit on you right now.
Okay. That's a 5.
That's a 5. You
Yeah.
avoid the attempted splatter bomb.
Great.
But
I want to take.
You do notice that Null definitely tried to shit on you.
Great. I'm gonna pull from my head a slightly burned mushroom that was definitely by the coals that wasn't supposed to be in there but got in there by accident. So I'm gonna take this overbaked mushroom and throw it at Null.
Roll me a d6.
Okay. That's a 1.
It misses.
Of course. As this stone oven just rolls through the forest floor.
Good thing you do most of your work with your hands. You couldn't hit the side of a fucking flying cow.
I'm just gonna keep trying to throw shit at Null. Just over and over. The whole rest of the way. Just
Yeah,
because I don't like them.
what should have been a very sedate camera that went with this calming music is instead it's first person POV shit. But yeah. So Hunger, do you respond to the summoning?
Oh yeah, I'm now rolling back towards the palace.
Right. A kind of the camera kind of is empty, it's an empty frame just kind of floating over the place because the crow that should have been here is a little tired because he was doing a lot of fucking dodging, so he's only coming late into the frame right now as he goes over to the last third person, third in her favor, Cold. Where are you? What are you doing? What do you look like? And what does her call to you manifest itself as?
So, to describe Cold and where we find her, she is in one of Yukiona's personal small. She considers it her castle. It's probably more of a general estate, but it is just covered in frost. It almost looks crystalline in nature. This basically almost like ice castle, nowhere near the opulence and the design structure as Yukiona's own, but almost like a little dollhouse is what this looks like. Cold herself, as the camera zooms in, has long anywhere from a white snow to the blue frost is kind of threaded throughout her hair. She wears it long, and it looks as though it is frozen in place to do these swooped, almost like a finger wave style curls that appear to have been perfectly frozen to not have a hair out of place. She has very pale skin that almost has a slight sparkling tinge to it, with different hints of blue at the high points of her face, as though someone had frostbite. But it is shown in a way that is more alluring than the real sense of danger that lurks beneath. She wears full face of makeup, of a nice wing liner, and a beautiful gown that looks to be almost made of small ice crystals that kind of shine in the light itself. And I think we see her, she is at a desk writing out sheet music, just kind of staring at her fiddle with longing when she feels like the only time she ever feels warmth ever is when she is summoned.
I will say that it doesn't really take you too long or too far to see your fiddle, or at least, well, what remains of it, because your fiddle that you once, well, there was multiple aspects to the manifold existence that fiddle meant you, but right now that exists only as a reminder, because the charred husk of its de-stringed corpse hangs from your neck as a kind of Rhino the Ancient Mariner kind of deal. So that hangs from your throat. So that kind of, I mean, it's a little awkward to get in the way when you're writing notes and stuff, but you've endured this for a while. You are an old hat. You are persistent. Please continue.
I think she will open the window just in time for the raven to pop in. And feeling that the only place that she feels warmth of that constant reminder of what happened to the fiddle and what happened before begins to almost like burn in her chest. She knows it's time to open the window and is prepared for whatever vitriol this raven has. She puts on a face of cold contempt, hiding true feelings. All can be revealed in time, but for now she is patient and waiting. But she'll open the window and just say, "Is there something you need, darling?"
Oh, you've been summoned. It's been a while.
It has.
She has need for you after all, huh?
I am delighted to be able to be in her presence. Is there anything I should bring? Any music she would wish to be played?
I think my mistress just finds pleasure where she wants.
Oh, delicious. Okay, me go now. You come.
And she will just kind of shut the window and grimace as it leaves, the kind of like a dark look in her eye, as just the plotting of, well, at least I'm finally being summoned. Plans will be put in progress, and she kind of looks at where she sees this perfect fiddle. And in reality, it's like she has almost shifted her reality to see just the remains of it. That it flickers back and forth of what she remembers and what is, as the camera kind of zooms off, following the raven.
And
Question.
all you hear in the back of your mind, you know, that place, just a silent chant. Yeah. How do you make your way to your summons?
I do have a trusty. It is a elk that is like, everything she touches somehow becomes a crystalline cold figure. But this elk miraculously is able to still move and function normally. It doesn't always work that way. There are a few animals in her home that seem to have just as much spite as she does. And she basically has this elk with like a saddle that she will ride towards Yukiona's castle.
Try and duel this shit up. Let's go. Okay. Bereft of a target for now, Null kind of croaks in disappointment and flits off to the last. He's just rolling his eyes, occasionally flitting from the beady black to the white. But it flies off to another part of her domain. Fear, most foolish, most pathetic, least favored. Where do we find you? What do you look like? What are you doing? And are you kind of worth it? Are you? Seriously.
When we pan around, it looks like we are looking at just an empty patch of cold, dead forest. And as the little talons alight on a branch and look around, I think Fear, what she is doing and what they look like would not even really be visible until attention is drawn, for they are so absorbed in being unnoticeable, so that nothing can come for them. But the area where he knows Fear to be looks empty at first.
What does her call to you manifest itself as? How do you know she is summoning you?
I think some of the snow and ice underfoot cracks and begins to melt and reveals that there is running water going through this part of the forest, a small, sad, weak trickle of a creek. And as the backdrop of pure white breaks into this small, icy bolt, some of the glints of light on the snow shift and reveal that they were actually the lights captured in Fear's dress. She turns away from where she was standing, and again, we can just kind of barely see the part that's closest to whoever is watching is sort of visible in outline, but the darker shadows in the back half of her form just kind of fade away as if looking at a reflection in ice. She just looks at the cracking ice and just furrows her brow and starts preparing herself for what she knows is about to happen.
Above you, you hear a very familiar fluttering of wings, and you do notice that Null is coming down to alight on a branch close to your general direction. And if they are not exactly where you are.
Come out, wherever you are.
And Fear considers not moving or speaking, but does not wish to displease her mistress. She shimmers into sight. I'm here.
The beady black eye just kind of like narrows and squints in pleasure as Null just
Oh, you are adorable.
There,
Maybe this time, mistress, let me eat you if you don't do well. Oh, what do you think about that? Oh.
I'm sure you would find nothing to sustain yourself on. You would
Don't
starve.
worry about that. I'll be really loud at picking apart strings and strips of nothing and meaning where people give a what I.
Well, there is no meaning and there are no people here, so have out with it. What do you want,
A
bird?
hunt! A hunt! Hunt!
and immediately that the wild cackling and shaking stops and it alights and the eye opens again and it's white. You are some attend.
Yes, of course.
Will immediately fly out away.
And Fear will consider running in the opposite direction as she has considered every time. And as she has done every time, she will turn and trudge on foot all the way across the forest. It will be slow and it will be cold. She will ache, but she will arrive.
All of you at your own pace, who am I to dictate how your drive to please your mistress drives you? You have other concerns? Are you worth having other concerns than your mistress's betterment? How dare you have dreams of such agency? Tisk, tisk, tisk. All of you at different paces trudge, flit, dash, fade through the dark woods until you all at different times and maybe at different times, but at the same time arrive at a space, a massive frozen lake that seems to extend to the horizon in every direction. And right in the center, on fingers of rock that spire out of the frozen water, on precipices and on inclinations is an ice palace fortress that rises stark and steep into the crystal clear sky above. There is a long ice staircase that does lead down from the middle main door entrance that comes down to two people can go at it or side by side at a time, and it widens towards the base, and towards the base there are these two lampposts that have little gargoyles that are holding lanterns, and in your own time and in no time all of you arrive each in your own little pool of awareness and light. How long do you think it's been since you four have assembled together since the last hunt? And how do you think that hunt went?
I think we were successful.
Do we agree on that? Are you competent?
Competent, maybe. Maybe we can say competent.
We shall see. We shall certainly see, won't we? Okay. The little gossipy muttering of the gargoyles to each other in a strange kind of rock gravelly voices is not as judgmental and bitchy as it could have been in tone. But you are all assembled. How long has it been since you have met?
I don't know how long it's been since the last hunt, but I know that Hunger or Chef visits Flame probably like every couple days, um, because he's got to keep his coals warm. So every couple days, it's like, "Hey, would you mind?" And he just shows up with like a bowl of coal, and if you're thankfully kind enough, you light it on fire. He tosses it back in himself, and then goes, "Thank you," and then runs off to go feed people.
And how have you convinced my favor to part with such abundance, to squander?
Mom, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of just keep telling them that it's your family that I'm feeding because it is. I know Dad was stupid, but you didn't have to abandon all 10 of us. Made him promise to be a good father, and then you went back to being the Lady of Winter, and then Winter got a lot harder to survive through. He can only do so much. He's one guy and there's 9 kids. So I make sure that they don't starve.
Your delusion, as always, is intriguing enough for me to continue having interest in Hunger. This would have been a past conversation.
Of course. Yeah. Just the I get a little bit of fire on loan from Flame because I am feeding my siblings, and technically we all have Yuki Ona's blood.
Like that much. Like
Yeah, exactly. Teeny tiny little bit, not enough to matter. Just a quick little spark on the coal. The coals take care of the rest.
Okay. Yeah. So it hasn't been too long. How? What is the reaction? How do you guys react to each other as you appear?
I'm immediately gonna go next to Flame and put my warm stone oven body against your fur to sort of like warm you. I don't know if you need it, but I know it feels
I
nice. So I'm just like,
she kind of just, oh, hello. And to the other two, shall we?
I manifest the turkey leg and give it to you, Flame.
No, thank you. Not now.
Okay.
Fear
it just disappears.
Fear is trying very hard not to be noticed by anybody. So when Flame addresses her, she shimmers and nods.
Okay. Then, with a distant fluttering of wings and a broken craw, I would ask anyone who is listening to the music to change the track to Ice Through and put it on loop as well.
I have a question, though I'm not
Yes,
listening to
please.
the music.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
when the minute you said caw, I rolled a d6 again. I rolled 2 of them, and they're both on 6s. Can I hit that bird 2 more times?
Now, what I'm going to do is immediately something in the spirit of the game.
Beautiful.
Hey, like, y'all tell me if we should let hunger get away with this slip.
I think throwing anything at Mistress's herald while on the steps of her palace would be a grave insult.
Cold's not going to stop it.
Fear, fear will not stop it, but hunger should feel lucky if it doesn't happen.
I find this more amusing than anything else, so let's call what I may.
So what do you do, hunger? Or chef?
So Chef is going to take. You see, just as the turkey leg that they were offering flames starts to dissipate, they see that bird. It stops dissipating, reappears, and then they make another. They manifest another arm, reach into the top of their like oven head, pull out another one, hold them like dual daggers, and throw them at the same time.
At null?
Yeah, no.
And you rolled two sixes.
Yeah, it's a 6 on my Mystic Mountain and a 6 on my Abria Mage Hand dice that I use for everything.
The turkey legs hit Null, who and there's like, you know,
Beautiful.
puff of feathers. But in that same moment, there is a crack of stone and metal and ice as the doors of the castle bang open in a cavernous sound that makes every icicle and spine shiver in a perfect timbre of sound. And there is it's a dead silence, but in the next moment, you only hear a distant echo that kind of starts to cavern through what are clearly massive hallways. But distantly, you hear a as a whip line shoots out of the castle and wraps around you, Hunger, in an instant and pulls you in that moment as you are instantly just rocketed inward through the gates, and the rest of you just see Hunger being thrust and pulled into the yawning depths of her palace. I don't know if this is the first time or not.
Definitely not. Hunger is a brat because Hunger is actually very upset with their mom. They are difficult with their mother every chance they get because they have been angry with her since that is one of the two things that Hunger remembers from the two feelings Hunger has most from their mortal life is love for their siblings and anger at both of their parents. So
Mhm.
Turning to Cold and Fear. Mustn't keep her waiting.
Cold has summoned a bag of popcorn and is eating as this is unfolding, and will hand, just nudge and hold it out for Fear, in case she would want some, and begrudgingly Flame, out of respect.
Flame has already started going up the steps.
Fear looks scared and confused that you would offer her something, and the lights on her dress twinkle, and she fades from view, thinking that this is a trick. And she shimmers up the stairs. Oh.
But I could
I I also imagine Flame just like prowling away, right? Like those hips just kind of like, that stalking movement. Oh, 100%. Yeah. All right. The three of you are conscious for this. One of you is not, because you aspired too much. But that is for later. The three of you who are conscious and walk through this, you are not the only spirits of her queen. Many spirits and notions of thought or afterthought exist in this place. But roofs that scrape the clouds almost, and arches and caverns, ice texture and marble almost floor, but it is almost permafrost, because, and you swear that if you look through the first couple of layers, there are hints of bone shapes that curl through in an infinite tapestry that kind of rings the entire place. The walls also, it is ice, or is it? Is it that macabre, skeletal construction? Is it only human? Is it other? What the fuck is that skeleton? Oh my god, that should not have that many ribs. But you go through this massive palace to a room, the doors are already open, and inside, in a kind of a cul-de-sac kind of shape, at the center of which is a rock pillar that a steps and a throne is carved into. And they're there's about 50 feet between the base of the steps to that throne and the start of this chamber. Somewhere in the middle, wrapped up in an endless kind of slowly curling whip, is hunger. And the rest of you walk into the room, and perched on this throne, looking down at all of you, is the Queen of Winter, the Yuki Onna. The statuesque, slender, svelte figment of winter, and an endless yearning for appetites that little things like you will never have the grace to experience. She is fair, almost translucent, black hair that hangs down, white kimono with what appear to be either leaves or spatters of blood or artful, abstract suggestions. Not intent, but maybe questions. Yet this figure sits with her legs crossed, one hand holding a cupped, kind of checked head and a hand, the free hand, lazily twirling the end of a whip as she is ignoring the twirling mass in the center of the room as she looks to you. How do you present yourself?
I bow.
Where in this room do you bow?
Stepping not all the way up to her, of course. I would say like a respectable, like not all the way on the other side of the room, but like not too close. Somewhere in the middle. That makes sense.
Would you? I'll put it you in plain perspective.
Yeah.
Do you step past the swirling mass that is hunger, or do you step behind?
How close are they to her?
Halfway in the room.
I won't step past them, but I don't make any acknowledgement of them.
Okay. Cold. How do you present yourself?
Cold will enter the room and, in a respectful way, not meeting eye contact until asked to do so. She knows her spot in the room, as it was designated when she was originally given the cold title to be the furthest away from any flame. As such, she is on opposite side of flame, basically, where she can look at flame but never feel the warmth. And she will bow, do a deep bow, and will maintain until she is told to rise.
You are kept there. Fear.
Fear is as close to invisible as possible while still indicating that she is present. She is far back in the corner, and her head is bowed as it always has, for she has not lifted her gaze in the palace in many, many years.
Behind you, from the corner, right behind your ear, a voice mutters, "Do you think that you can ever hide from me?"
I think you do not wish to see my pitiful self.
I will give you my permission this time. Do not get used to it.
Fear will just not gonna push it, just take a couple steps forward to be close enough to the others that if you were to look at them, you'd be like, those are in a group, but that person is not walking as fast as the rest of them. And shimmers a little bit more, and some of the lights on her dress start to sparkle so that she is more visible.
The head goes to the other side, kind of lolls back a bit. There's a snap of the wrist, and a loop of movement moves down the whip, and the curling mass around you unravels, and hunger, you are tumble-dried and left rolling up to the base of the steps of the throne. And before, as you kind of clear your head, you just kind of hear coming from up there as you look up, and she looks down at you. It would be amazing if my children were not as disappointing as you. But perhaps that is not a general problem and more of an issue.
I pull out from my head a sweet potato or a yam that I make look like all 10 of us. And I toss it at her feet.
Careful, hunger. I have already consumed much of what you were. Do not make me take what you could be. You have 10 children there. How many are left now?
9.
You keep thinking that. It has been some time. But may the crocus never bloom, for you have work to do. To serve her wintry hunger is a game about telling a dark fairy tale. The arc of this tale follows 4 wicked and deadly spirits as they hunt, harry, capture, and ultimately kill an innocent human lost in the woods. The spirits will be cruel to their prey, but are also encouraged to be nasty, competitive, and bitter to each other. Even the game's facilitator may, at times, belittle characters or take their autonomy away from them. Mind it. As this game deals with mature themes and participants are encouraged to roleplay as mischievous and villainous little monsters, it is recommended that you talk about this with your group beforehand and utilize safety mechanics. And we have done that. We have established. This is the Ashcan edition of this amazing game. And which is why I have also added my own little things. And I would love to offer my feedback because it's such a fucking brilliant game. But the winter has come, and you live to serve. Yukiona hungers and has called upon you, her spirits of snow, to gather sustenance for her. She has summoned. We'll get to that, actually. This is the setup of the game, which we have already done. Because, hey, this is a 2-shot, and we're going to RP the fuck out of this shit, right? So this is to give the players and viewers some additional context for the game. On the Lady of Winter, Yuki-onna is a yokai of the wintry solstice winds. It is said by those mortals who have claimed to see her that she appears in snowy lights as a tall, ethereal, and entrancing woman with long black hair and faint blue lips. Her skin is pale, inhumanly so, and at times she stands nearly transparent. She is often garbed in a wintry white kimono and leaves no footprints in the snow. None have seen her feed, but her victims, those wanderers unlucky enough to lose their way in her swirling blizzard, are found as pale and blue and ice-bound as she is said to be. Her winter woods are abandoned, save for foolhardy beasts and obedient foliage. Though no mortals make their home within her forest, travel through her trees is far from rare, since many border her domain. Humans are far from wild. Here you will tell a tale of vicious snow spirits. They serve and worship and revere their icy mistress, and they know of no contrary existence. Fuck that, you guys can do whatever the fuck you want. They are tricky and cruel and revel in the capture and consumption of humans lost in their lady's winter winds. They are not kind, not even to each other. These spirits are competitive, boastful, and arrogant little braggarts who mock and threaten and manipulate their fellows. But of course, despite their torturous games, callous jests, and harsh belittlements, they all serve Yukiona, and not one of them would let their vicious competition stand in the way of success. So be warned, names may be called and shall be well deserved, as small and foolish spirits like these worthless little things are, such that even I may comment on their incompetence. But please remember that it is should and forever be in good fun. Love you all. The Yukiona is said to take many forms, and her spirits too are strange and shifting and unbound things. Some will say that they are nothing more than the icy chill of a deadly winter storm, their knives only exposure, and their incantations merely frostbite and frozen breath. And yet, others will claim that they are true and wicked beings, tireless in their pursuit, and wielding a merciless intellect as sharp as their blades. The truth of things, well, that is yours to discover. On telling the tale, here, reader, facilitator, and storyteller is where we speak of you, me. Spirits and magic, the stuff of folklore, all of it lives and dies in the breath of the story. And you are the storyteller. This is a story told through questions, and while the spirits should be answering, I'm not going to tell you too much actually about how that happens. I'm going to keep that as this thing. But yes, since we very wholesomely decided who is going to pick what instead of fighting for them like vicious little creatures, I'm terribly disappointed in all of you. I begin in disappointment. Like, terrible guys, you're not doing too good at this, all right? Just letting you know. I mean, FYI, right? FYI. This is a story told through questions. I will ask them, and you will answer them. And through this process, we will tell the tale of a hunt. When the true hunt begins, I will be the only one to ask questions. But first, we must learn about each other. And as such, I may permit you to ask each other questions. Do not get used to it. We begin. Who has claimed the token of flame?
Hey.
Flame, as you describe what you are the only fire burning in my forest, at the core ice blue and eternal. I often keep you near. You are my favorite horse. Answer these questions and any others the spirits ask of you. I captured your heart long ago. Where do I hide it away for safety?
There is a lantern that sits by your bed, and that never goes out because it is lit with my heart.
Yeah. Where do I keep you in my icebound castle when I call you? Where do I like to see the dance of your movement and flame?
The fireplace.
I consume every thought in your mind. I feast on them. Yet I still hunger. Why have your thoughts failed to satiate? Flame.
As loving as I am, as eternally loyal as I am, as clever as I am maybe not the most intelligent, not in terms of human intelligence. It maybe gets a little repetitive after a while.
And finally, and she would lean down to ask this question. She cups her chin, looks at you. When will you cease to love me?
When the fire goes out.
Hunger, cold, fear. You may each ask another question of flame, if any questions remain. Hunger.
My question is, would you be willing to help me feed everybody, feed the children in the surrounding villages, and keep them warm?
No.
Well, that's not surprising.
Not trying to be.
There is just a dry chuckle from Tronadia. Cold.
Why don't you trust me?
I know what you used to be. It would be foolish of me to turn my back. I know you might want to reclaim what was once yours. And you're not getting it.
Leans forward in interest. Those beautiful ruby blood red lips starting to part in a laconic smile. Fear.
Is there anything about the life you used to have that you miss?
Starving? Stalking bigger creatures and feeding on the scraps they left behind? Come on now.
There is a reason this one is my favorite. Because she understands what I have given.
Always, my lady.
Ask a second question. Or is that
Your audacity is something that will never cease to amuse me. But such is the line between tension and action. Keep me in tension, hunger. Do not force me into action.
Well, pretty sure my most difficult traits were hereditary. My, if that was above table, if you were saying I can ask the second questions, I do have a second question for.
You can ask that later because right now you do not have the space or the time. Because
Great.
I think there is a need to ask a question. And like, I don't know. I mean, every instinct in you tells you that like, no, maybe not. No, maybe not this time. Maybe not this time. All right. Who has claimed the token of hunger? Hunger. I granted you a generous gift. I had bestowed upon you the same glorious, undying hunger that even I can never escape. Answer these questions and any others the spirits ask of you. Which of your fellow spirits did you betray for Yuki Onna to grant, for me to grant you such a rare and envious prize.
Here.
Hmm. You hunger unendingly, as I do, but your will is weak. Did you think that I would not have known that you found something to slake your hunger and feed your undying appetite for pity and charity? Like, did you think that I would not know, my little
No.
friend? And she will snap her fingers and there's a and like, you know, null pops up out of like, you know, a passing breeze, and a wet sodden bird like, you know, it's croaking out like onto the floor, and just you can see that both middle, like, you know, the fingers are kind of like curled up like a little bit like this to us. Is doing that, like, you can definitely see. But yeah, answer my question. What did you find?
The best part of you. Or at least the time when you were your best.
Maybe this is why. You have told one of your fellow spirits about your hidden feasting. Who among them were you foolish enough to confide in?
Lame.
And finally, I whisper secrets to you as my daughter, child. I whisper secrets to you and no others in my winter winds. What few words do you think you can make out?
I think that as much as you put on this act around everyone else, every time I hear your voice in the wind, you're telling me to protect the others and that you're sorry. Because as much as you're the Yuki Onna, Yuki, when you were immortal for 10 years or more than that, probably, was when you were at your best. And you know that.
There is a moment of silent contemplation. Did you think that the only cost of your action was that you were going to be thrust into a whip ball, whipped into my chamber?
No.
I will tell you this, hunger. You best hope that this hunt goes well. Otherwise, ramifications are going to be coming. And I do not know if you will enjoy. So I certainly will.
Say what you will. Say what you will. My mother will keep me safe.
Mothers tend to do that, yes. and there is a distant shift in the ice. It's the sound of two glaciers moving against each other somewhere in the distance, but a crack sound. Maybe that's because the next question is, who has claimed the token of cold?
I have.
Cold, I have never forgiven you for the human you failed to capture many storms ago. As a fitting punishment, I deny you the treasured warmth of the blizzard's embrace, leaving you shivering in the pale sunlight. Answer these questions and any others the spirits ask of you. Tell me, did you set the human free, or did you end their life before I could feast upon them?
In my greatest moment of weakness, I granted mercy. I did the one thing you asked me not to do. I played my fiddle for him. He used it against me, and now I am punished. Never will I make that same mistake again.
What was it the human told you? What was it that they said to you, oh, foolish spirit, such that you allowed?
They looked at me as though I was one of them again. In a way where it felt as though my heart actually beat once more. He spoke of love when really it was an envy of what my abilities were.
Envy. That is something that is at the heart of you. Is it not? Maybe that is why you are weak. Did you think that I did not know that you have been stealing warmth from the blood of your kills? Null tells me all, for Null sees all. What was the first prey from whom you siphoned comfort? What had you killed?
It was a few months after I was made this way, since I was demoted. My first hunt back, I found someone that had unwittingly entered my side of the forest. You know, I always thought things were very much dual ends of a spectrum. Maybe they fell somewhere near, but it warmed my heart to know that I took an evil away from the world. It's only fitting it should be me, not anyone else. Only I can possess that level of cruelty. Not in my side of the forest will I allow it to happen.
If such a thing is a root of comfort, who am I to deny a delusion? Finally, which of your many knives is your favorite? What did you craft it of? How have you named it?
The knife, that is my favorite. I have many. They are sort of tokens, memories of time. My favorite was from my first hunt as Flame. a beautiful obsidian dagger that has the heartstring of a forgotten human. One filled with such warmth and heart that it was a gift from Yukiona to have their heartstring. I still think some days I can feel the warmth coming off of it, but I'm guessing that's another illusion. Just far enough away that I cannot reach it.
Or maybe just a very obvious tease and a deprivation. Who knows? Flame, hunger, and fear. You may each ask another question of hunger if any questions remain. Flame.
Do you honestly believe that she's going to change her mind someday?
No. But I believe the her that became mortal for such a long time and loved so deeply as to have so many children is trapped somewhere. Whether inside her or inside her castle, I'm not sure. But I plan on freeing her. Because my family deserves to have their mother back.
Oh,
Fascinating.
sorry. Yeah, sorry. That should have been. You should have asked that if cold.
Well, Hunger
Uh,
didn't get questions either way, right?
Yeah.
True.
Hunger didn't get. Yeah, hunger
You do
didn't
both?
get questions.
We just do both.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I kind of completely. Holy shit! Hunger didn't get questions.
No, we didn't do that.
No, I just
No,
thought
Oh
you
my
questioned
God.
I
Hunger.
thought you were just done with their
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that's what it was too.
So sorry.
I thought
It
it was
works.
being
So
such
sorry.
shit that you were just like,
So
fuck
sorry.
it.
We're skipping
No.
that.
I think it was around that time when the question of like, can we take a break after
Yeah.
this thing came, and then I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, fuck, okay.
Okay.
So sorry. God damn.
Okay.
You're fine.
So cold and fear should ask of hunger, and then we'll ask of cold.
And then we'll ask of Cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, Cold,
Yeah.
hold tight a second.
Yeah,
Fine, I'm used to it.
Yeah. She comes to you and then she's like,
Sure.
I have another thought actually.
I wasn't
So,
done.
all right. So, I mean, okay. Let's go back to the questions for hunger, right? We'll start with flame, cold, and then fear for
I
hunger.
just did mine.
Yeah.
So it's cold turn.
Yeah, cold. Your question.
My question for hunger. This cheery exterior can't be everything. I'm actually it is quite intriguing to me that you are so happy. But really, what are you hiding from us?
Nothing. I don't loathe any of you. Just the thing that took my mother. And I've been very honest about it.
Fear.
What will you do when the day comes that she commands you to hunt your siblings?
If she wants me to hurt our family, then she's going to have to kill one of her own children. Again. Because she could have saved us, and she could have saved me from the cold and the starvation in the first place. So I suppose she'll have to finish the job that she didn't finish the first time. Unless that was you that did that, Cold. I haven't asked if you're the one that killed me, not if you're the one that killed my mortal body.
About to have a chance. The first right goes to Flame.
Oh, I don't know. What do you think when you see me?
When I look at you, Flame, I see something of myself. Blind belief. There is a longing for having to go back to when I could not see everything for what it was. But also, I would give anything to take my place back.
Oh,
Hunger. Ask your question of Cold.
If I gave you, what would I need to give you for you to leave a specific house or a specific village alone?
That's tricky. It would entirely depend on what she wants, our mistress. However,
Your mistress.
darling, she is ours, even if you don't want it.
Can't be my mistress and my mother at the same time. That's not how that works.
Her mother's dead. But anyway, if you were to give me one of Flame's secrets, perhaps I might be able to shield the village for a night or two.
Night or two isn't worth betraying.
Your loss.
Who has claimed? Oh, here. You may ask
Cold.
a question.
You and I are the eldest of her servants, but I do not remember which of us truly came first. Was I always this way, or did your fall from grace precede my pitiful acquisition?
I don't remember much from before you became fear. But I do remember when I was Flame of having a confidant with a similar nature to yours, full of life, happiness, confidence. There are even some days where I wonder if potentially the closeness of that person to me, the backlash hit you. It is why I have a tender spot towards you.
They were
I won't
confident
allow
and-
it to happen again.
They were confident and happy. They were not of a similar nature to me.
Who has claimed the token of fear?
Unfortunately.
Jonas, I love you. But yes. Fear. I have left a single memory intact when I first stole you away. Is enough to fear me. Answer these questions. The flowers you remember from your village, can you describe them?
They were beautiful, purple petals, and the stigma gold and orange. And where they bloomed, they looked like the setting sun.
That's why I keep forgetting. I always remember with the little spots of blood. It's a different pattern. Why do you think it is that I still allow you to dream?
So that I can have a phantom of a reprieve, an escape, so that when I awake, I am still trapped. It stings all the greater.
Self-awareness has always been one of your best qualities, my child. You have found a way to free your fellow spirits, but at what great personal sacrifice.
I could release them all, but then I would fade away. No one would ever see or hear me again. I would be trapped behind an icy window forever, alone.
What do you do with your head, with your eyes, as you speak these words? Yeah.
Fear's eyes fade from view as she begins to lose herself in the image of her own reflection. And what can be seen of her face is sullen and deadened, but her reflection in the ice at her feet, the gaze flits between the others and then at herself and pounds on the ice, begging to be let out.
As your reflection pounds on the glass, on the ice from the bottom, from the other side, in that one moment, the queen was on the throne. In the next moment, you see the reflection of her long, dangerous foot pointed down, floating just above the ice, as she is over you, looming, bending at a crazy angle. She tucks your chin with two of her long fingers. Why do you continue feeding this monster? Are you too weak, fear? Or she leans in just into the ear. Are you simply a coward?
I am weak, and I am a coward. I am as you made me, my queen.
It's good for you that you always know what rattled those lips. Maybe that's the only good part of you.
Yes, mistress.
She dismisses you, gently kind of like tossing your chin to the side as she stoops back up and floats away from the throne towards that gate, that open entrance. Suddenly the space shrinks and this visage of winter turns to you as she alights into the air, and a keening wind starts to rise, and in the distance, cracking of dry wood the rising of powdered snow, the bitter of claws against snowbanks, and somewhere a desperate scrabble of lonely feet in snow. As the queen turns to you, it is time to hunt!
Are we doing
And
questions for fear?
I don't get questions.
Okay.
fear is a sad and a pathetic little spirit. This is not a question, and
There.
it deserves none further. Fear will take my token of disfavor and sit quietly in the corner. There is much yet. And in that moment, we shall take a break. 10-15 minutes, yeah? Sounds good? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, we'll see you all in 10, gang. Woo!
Woo! Yay!
Hello, hello. Welcome back to the stream and to this dastardly hunt that we are about to begin. The Yuki Onna has walked, nay, prowled past all of you towards the entrance and summoned her hands towards the skies, and the world shivers as outside the keening of the wind builds up and a storm and a blizzard starts building. And now we go to the task. Yuki Onna hungers. A human has become lost in her storm, and she has sent you out to temper them with ice and to bring them before her for her consumption. To achieve this, you must hunt the human down, capture them alive, and commit them to frost. This is no easy task. Each spirit will need to construct and call upon the power of a single perfect flake of snow. And to do so, the following process must be observed. To craft your flake of snow, each spirit must build a collection of unique dice, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. This collection will be built slowly over a series of rounds, with each die you claim representing your progress within the hunt. The faster you build this collection in relation to your fellow spirits, the more aptitude you will display on the hunt. However, all spirits must fully complete their flake of snow in order for the hunt to succeed. If even one spirit fails, human will escape. At the start of each round, all spirits will simultaneously roll their pool of dice, all 6 dice. To begin, these pools will be made of 6 d6. You will start building your collection of dice by claiming the numbers you roll in sequential order. So for the first die roll, everyone is looking to claim a 1. Second, 2, so on, so forth. You may only claim 1 die per round. So with your very first roll, if you rolled both a 1 and a 2, you can only claim the 1. Such that if you happen to roll that exact same number you needed each round, the quickest you could complete your flake of snow would be in 6 rounds, claiming 1 die per round. Once you've rolled your die, you can claim the number you need if you've rolled it by setting it aside. This die is no longer part of your die pool and may not be rolled again in future rounds. If on a die you have not claimed, you have rolled another number that another spirit needs and failed to claim on their own round, you may choose to offer them pity. Pity is something that can be offered regardless of how far or ahead a spirit is from each other in the hunt. Pity represents an offering of resistance, an encouraging word, a wicked deal, a shared secret, or anything else you may devise. To offer pity, a brief scene of roleplay is entered within which the spirit offering pity may extend assistance in any manner and with any strings attached that they choose. And in the game, this is technically the only place for RP. Like, which is criminal. Like, what? Anyway. Oftentimes, there are discussions, debates, or negotiations over such things. Banter and insults are not strangers to meetings like this. These things happen. A spirit who has received an offering of pity may accept it or refuse it. If it is refused, we move on, and any other offering of scenes of pity may begin. If it is accepted, however, they must take a mark of pity so that this transaction will be remembered. And they may then turn one of their own dice pool and claim it as if it was successfully claimed. If pity is accepted, the spirit who made this generous offer of pity may, if they choose, swap tokens of favor with the recipient of their pity, even if they said they wouldn't. For spirits are known to be wicked little liars. And this is done immediately when the pity scene ends. So essentially, if you offer pity to someone with a higher rank of favor and they accept it, no matter what deal you may end up making, you can choose to usurp that position of favor. And thus the dance continues. Yeah. If you did not claim the die you needed in a round, either by rolling it or by accepting pity from another spirit, then you must wait to try and claim it in the next round. You may not skip a number. If you did claim the die you needed, I will ask you a question about the hunt and you will answer it. And through these questions and answers, we will tell the story of our hunt. If you have claimed a die that you rolled, once you have answered my question, you make one part of the perfect snowflake. If you have claimed a die that you offered, you were offered as pity, that is a step that we kind of don't really need to do. Yeah. Once the dice have been rolled, numbers have been claimed, pity has been offered and either accepted or rejected, the questions have been asked and answered, the snowflakes made, I will state the blizzard rages on. And at this point, everyone will pick up their unclaimed die and roll again to begin the new round. Right? Once a spirit has completed their full collection, they may still roll a single die every round. This die may only be offered as pity. If for 4 consecutive rounds, no spirits successfully claim a die, the hunt is lost. And on success, pity, and favor, there are, to the cunning eye, 3 competitions that are at play here: succeeding at the game, gaining favor, and pity. Success. There is only one way to be successful at the hunt: for all 4 spirits to successfully craft their snake of flow, their snowflake. If they are unable to do so, the human escapes, capture, and the hunt is failed. However, throughout the course of the hunt, spirits may try to complete their snowflake first, claiming dice before the other spirits are able to. This shows aptitude, and their skill will be reflected during the story of the hunt with more opportunities to shine. Favor. The order by which spirits live their ethereal lives is governed by Yukina's favor. If there is ever a tie where 2 or more spirits should ever speak or act at the same time, whoever is higher in favor speaks with more advantage or more favorable position. This applies even when determining who gets to offer pity first. It is always Yukina's favorite. As the hunt proceeds, spirits may gain marks of pity which stand as a reminder that they accepted assistance offered by their fellow spirits. If the hunt is successful, Yuki Onna looks most fondly upon the spirits who have the least pity, because the hunt surely succeeded due to the confidence and skill of these spirits. All will be rewarded, but they will be rewarded the most. If the hunt is unsuccessful, however, the Yuki Onna looks most fondly upon the spirit who has the most pity. The hunt was lost, but at least these spirits showed the humility to try and succeed, even at the cost of their own pride. All will be punished, but they will be punished the least. Questions?
I have a question, actually, somewhat above the table. We have an incentive pending from a lovely donator that someone will acquire the next die that they need when appropriate. Would you, as our facilitator, should that be the next time they will it just be for this first one, or the next time they need a die that they haven't rolled, can they conjure one from the incentive?
Ooh, I like the pitch. I will take your suggestion, Jonas, because I feel like I have to be kind to you. Like, this is my during care, right? Just
Gotcha.
keep it as that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when the person who got the incentive needs a number that they didn't roll, they can take pity from the donator.
But I am still going to make you guys roll to see who gets this one.
Yeah.
So let's everyone do a d20. Let's see.
Oh, they did declare a target.
Who's the target? Who is the target?
Well, it's me.
Casual flex.
So that's why I didn't want to bias it by saying who it was before I asked the question.
Well done, Jonas. There are reasons to be sneaky towards you yet. I see. All right.
So thank you, kind anonymous donor. You may have saved my existence.
All right. So then, my dear spirits, as the storm builds behind you, and surges, and you ride the cusp. The hunt has begun. Let us roll our first set of dice, our first 6d6. And please tell me if you roll a 1.
Sorry, how many d6s?
6.
6d6.
I rolled a 1.
Okay?
No ones.
No one's. Hunger? No?
I got a 1.
You got a 1?
Mhm.
And flame?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I am cashing in my incentive immediately.
No, I mean, so you rolled a 1, right?
No, I got nothing.
Oh, you got nothing. Okay, so
I got
you're cashing in your incentive.
My
You're
my
getting your-
benefactor from beyond has blessed me with a mystical 1.
All right, perfect. So in this situation, then it is Hunger first, because you are second in her favor. Hunger, you have claimed your 1. You will speak of the blizzard raging as the first. Speak of the howling winds and how they carry you aloft. Did someone teach you to fly, or does the wind owe you a debt?
The wind owes me a debt. I blame the howling wind for a lot of damage and death and destruction, and when I became a being of favor, I had a terse conversation with the wind, and said that it would pay back the cost of every life I had seen it participate in the taking of until my goals were achieved.
Fear, you are the second. Speak of the blizzard raging. Speak of the snow and how it shifts and twists. What do you say in shout or in whisper to the snowflakes as you charge through them?
The snow of our mistress's raging blizzard is beautiful in its uniqueness, as snowflakes are. And each and every one that falls and swirls around us is a tiny fractal tear of one who has felt her cruelty. And as fear races through the forest, and each one falls on her skin, and it does not melt, for she is not warm enough to melt it. She sees the memory of that tear and why it was shed. And it is the only time in her feeble existence that she can remember anything of who she ever was or how long she has been this way. And so to each and every snowflake, she says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I couldn't stop.
Hunger, as you plunge onwards, tearing after this foolish prey. Part of you understands why your mother chose you, because you demanded what you deserved. And fear, as you whisper sorry and sorry and sorry as you run forward, the snowflakes and every glitter every churning cycle of perfect cutting wind edge. There's a keening cry as all of the snow picks up with you, and it's just a continuous high-pitched question of why, and that is the sound. And the blizzard rages on. Let us roll our dice.
Looking for a 2 now?
You're still
No.
looking for a 1.
Oh.
You are still
Hunger and
looking
I are
for a
looking for
one.
2s.
Okay.
I
But
got a
of
2.
course, if nobody gets a 2 and you don't roll a 1, but you still get a 2, you can still offer that as a pity.
Okay.
Just say.
I
All right.
got 2 1s.
Okay. Fear. Actually, so sorry.
Yeah, let's go one. Yeah.
Flame got the number that she needed. Hunger. You
Yep.
rolled a 2. You got the number
Yep.
that you needed. Cold.
Looking for a 1.
Cold?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I got so many 2s and no 1s.
Oh.
I will offer you a 1 in pity. Because I did roll another 1.
Hold on. Fear.
Okay.
What did you roll?
I have a 2.
You have a 2. All right. So even in offering of pity, Flame got 2 1s, right?
Mhm.
So you can offer the other 1 to Cold if you would like.
Oh,
Let me do
Because-
it. You don't have to.
Because offering of pity also happens in terms of favor. So if Flame wants to, that can happen. If that doesn't happen, Hunger, you can definitely choose to do that.
no.
Yes, thank you. I will offer you
Sucks to
a
suck.
1 of pity.
I will take that because in the hierarchy, I don't get anything wrong because you're above me. Correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
From my understanding. And we're allowed to RP in these moments,
Yeah,
GM?
100%.
When I see you fail, I come in and I assist you in this piece of the snowflake. And I say, do you remember when you got demoted?
I do.
Then why don't you hate me more?
It's too much energy. Quite frankly.
So I humiliated you when you tried to kill me. And Flame took your favorite spot. And you don't even have the energy to be mad at me about it?
And you're so sure you're the reason that I am the way that I am?
Yes. 100%.
Oh, darling. You have much to learn. It is all
I may
right.
not be the reason why you are the way that you are, but I am the loss you took that finally made the scales change.
I will say this. You have the luxury of feeling warm. I do not. I do not have as much energy as everyone else does. I have more than Fear does. But barely. So when I say I don't have enough energy to hate you, it does not mean that I do not remember. It means that I wish to spend my energy other ways.
What if we spent your energy on getting you a little more of it, and a little bit less on kowtowing to her.
Those are seditious words that you say currently.
Mm-hmm. I'll leave you to think on that. And I will offer my pity and leave.
Do you accept it, Colt?
I do.
What does your mark of pity look like?
Is that a question for me or for them?
No, that is from Cold, because they have taken it.
She becomes a bit more crystalline. It starts usually with her hands. They become harder to move. They have almost they look as though they're almost made of ice. And the heat, whatever that she has remaining so little, seeps and tries to protect her core. Taking pity is not just a simple thing for her. It is an act of bartering with herself.
Now, technically, as per the system goes, there is a little bit of vicious thing that happens, that the person who gives the pity gets to do the prompt, right? But I don't think we need to do that in our version of the game. Like, I think we are playing it at a version that is. I want to give everyone their own chance at their own prompt, right? So we're not going to do it that way. So now that all of the pity has been dealt, everyone has acquired the number that they need for this round. So starting with the favor, Flame, as you are the third to claim your one, you will speak of the blizzard raging. Speak of the icy chill of winter and how it claws and cuts into you. Do you embrace the biting cold, or do you flee from it in terror?
I embrace it as I am bounding through the snow. My eyes flicker red and orange and yellow, and steam starts to rise off of me. Every fleck of drool that hits the ground melts the snow that it touches, and I am able to cut through this because I barely feel it. It melts as soon as it enters my atmosphere.
Cold, you have claimed your one. You will speak of the blizzard raging. As the last, speak of how even you, foolish spirit, managed to be turned around by the blizzard's swirling.
The blizzards that I put through a forest and I help to circulate are not just physical. Within the wind and the swirling snow, there are whispers. Some are of our mistress. Some are of Cold's. There are usually whispering, trying to figure out, at least of her prey, of why they are here and how she can use them. All the while, it has a other effect, is that the energy you put out does not always protect yourself. The whispers harm anyone, even herself.
Hunger, you have claimed your second. You will speak of the woods vast as the first. The forest opens a shortcut before you, and soon your strides cover miles. Do you grant the trees some offer or token of thanks, or do you scorn and curse them as you pass?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I lost you.
As the first, the forest opens a shortcut before you, and soon your strides cover miles. Do you grant the trees some offer of token of thanks, or do you scorn and curse them as you pass?
I thank every single tree as I'm going. Just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I put little marks on the ones that moved, so that hopefully a woodcutter will see these marks and get the understanding that these shouldn't be cut down.
Just a curious question. What do these marks look like?
They are little like red, like almost like red paintbrush sort of thing. Just a quick like like a
So
just
like
a big red line.
a single red line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll see what that means later. But cool. All right. Fear. You are second. You will speak of the woods vast. Speak of the deep frozen roots and the tall barren canopies above. You stick to the game trails in your hunt and sail through the underbrush, or do you soar through the tall branches?
I know these woods. I have run through them endless times before, always on a hunt, but not always the one hunting. I am too frail and lowly to think to rise above the treetops where the wind blows. That is the domain of our mistress. I will stick to the frozen over game trails. I will wonder what life will spring here when the snow melts. I will stay low, kiss the ground, as I have been made to do.
The air just purrs in contentment as you flit through it. And the blizzard rages on. Let us roll our dice.
And once, so we have 1-1. Do we roll 66 again, or is it?
No, you
5d6
you roll 5d6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jonas and Amelia would be rolling 4d6.
2 2s.
2 2s. Okay. Hunger.
Muted.
No,
You're muted.
muted. Sorry,
I got a 3.
you got a 3. All right. Hold.
I have 2 2s.
Let's go. All right. And fear.
Fear falls behind.
Can we only offer pity if we get the number that they are looking for?
Correct.
Okay, I wasn't keeping track of what I was rolling besides 1s and 2s, so I'm assuming I can't do anything there.
No, unfortunately, no. Like so,
You didn't see a 3 in your mind's eye.
Okay.
you did not see.
If I had gotten a 3,
Oh.
could I have given it even if I?
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
So, okay,
100%.
so that's on me.
100%.
So that's on me for not.
Thank
you.
Unless you would allow me to re-roll 3 of them, see if a 3 pops up.
What do you think, guys? Are we going to be that kind? Are we going to be that kind?
I
I'll
don't
leave
think
it up to you.
I don't think you can. I think if it was someone else, maybe, but I don't think you can stoop that low for fear.
And for what it's worth, I think if I had rolled a 3, I would remember. But I don't believe I did.
Yeah.
Mm,
Good to know. I misunderstood.
no, fair. Hey, just saying, I tried to facilitate it, Julia.
Yeah, no, I know. Your hands are tied.
All right, so everyone except Fear has claimed the dice that they need. In order of favor. Flame, you have claimed your second. You will speak of the woods vast. As the third, speak of the foolhardy beasts and how they mark your passing. Do they join with you in the chase, or do they hide away?
Most hide. The birds hide, the rabbits hide, the squirrels hide. There are some wolves who try to keep up, and whether or not they succeed, I don't take heed to notice. The most they can help me is I follow the trails they leave. They are also looking for food out here. So any footprints I see, anything I smell that they may have left behind tells me that they were going toward what I'm looking for. But I don't think any wolves or foxes ultimately can keep up with me.
You do hear the distant calls to hunt.
Mhm.
Your lesser brethren try. But it's a good vibe check. Hunger, you have claimed your third. You will speak of the hunt unceasing. As the first, speak of how you lead the pursuit. What war cry do you shout into the wintry storm?
It's not a war cry. It is a burning of different aromatics into my oven that produce a lovely floral smoke that anybody who smells it would know, that has smelled it before, would know that it's me.
Okay. Hold, you have claimed your second. You will speak of the woods vast. As the last, speak of how the labyrinth of brush and evergreen that gives Yuki Onna's woods such a dense and wild shape that even you almost lose your way. Why have you forgotten my wintry paths, my servant?
I always avoid this area because of the memories it brings. As such, I do not remember each way. What I see is what I lost. The walks with my mistress. The way that she would make every root and branch move out of my way. I didn't even have to lift a finger. I miss the way that she would move my hair from in my eyes to my ear. And now when I walk these paths, every branch flicks my skin. The roots make it so I trip and fall. It is as though they feel just as betrayed as my mistress did.
And with that, we have resolved all of the dice that have been claimed, and fear lags a little bit. Yet the blizzard rages on.
So now I am rolling 4d6.
I'm looking
Okay.
for threes.
Okay, for both of us now. No.
Holy shit. Oh,
Okay, well, you don't
shit.
need me then.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Flame, what did you roll?
Not a 3.
Not a 3, but and nothing that can be offered as pity?
I did get a 1.
Okay.
Roll off ones.
Okay. Only ones? That was the only other number that you rolled?
I think I did get a 2 also.
2. Okay.
Looking for
Fair.
threes and fours, so.
Yeah, looking for 3s and 4s. All right. Hunger. What were you
I
looking
got a
to roll
4.
for? And you
I
got
got a
it.
4.
All right.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Sadly,
Hunger.
the other 2 that I rolled were 5 and 6. So if we were allowed to do more than one, I'd have the whole thing right now.
Damn.
But hunger pulling ahead. Okay. Interesting. Cold. What'd you get?
I got 2 3s.
Ooh, hoo, hoo,
Hey,
hoo,
bestie.
hoo, hoo.
Hey,
Ooh, hoo, hoo.
Hey, girl, hey.
2 3s.
Reminder who actually
Interesting.
gave you that pity, though.
No, don't actually.
Who? Interesting. All right. And fear?
I have a 3.
You have a 3. What you're looking for? And nothing else. No pity numbers.
Nothing pitiable.
All right. Perfect.
Who wants
So,
to be my best friend?
so there is an offer of pity to be made, potentially. Cold, would you like to offer your innocent younger sibling, your replacement, an offer of pity? And in doing so, if accepted, we may be looking at the first robbing of a token of favor that might occur if Cold chooses to do so. I mean, but this could be an interesting little moment. So, Cold, in this moment, as one of your siblings, your conspirators, your colleagues burst ahead, one lags behind, you see one that you could maybe help. What do you do?
I do see one. I see a pup lost in the woods. I think, Flame, as you are making your way through the blizzard, you just hear this sing-songy voice. Darling, seems as though you may need a bit of help. I could clear a path, and with you see up in the trees, she is just sitting on one of the branches, with like this snowflake that begins hovering over her hand as she kind of flings it into the air to show a possible pathway. I could help you. You are rather young.
Yeah, my tail starts wagging. Go on then.
I could open a path so you can catch up with the others. It would be a shame for a lesser to get ahead of you like hunger would. Would it not?
It was.
I'm sure the mistress would be very displeased with you. That would happen.
She might. I don't want to disappoint her.
Then allow me to help you. The simple path might even be small prey, satiate you as you go.
Pupils go wide.
Do you want it?
Kind of does that dog thing where it's like, yeah.
And if you accept, she will throw the snowflake in the direction that illuminates there's this snow rabbit that will lead you in the right direction. And she will give you that 3 you so desperately need.
All right.
In that moment, Flame, I will ask you what your mark of pity looks like. And subsequently after that, I will ask Cold, do you take the position of favor?
The furnace that is Flame grows so hot that she even starts to burn herself a little bit. You can see a red-orange glow from under the skin. And it's not completely intolerable. She can still move. It is uncomfortable, and she can't operate at the exact speed that she'd like. But she keeps going. She knows she's overheating a bit, but she keeps going.
And then my little ambitious, greedy Cold, what say you?
As she watches the rabbit lead this young pup through the woods, and she hovers within the clouds above, she's just going to say, "That's the trouble with fire. Always burns a little too hot, and it dies." I will take that position.
So what does that mean for me? It just means I
So
go first.
this
Okay.
means that you have fallen in position of favor from 1 to 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Cold is now the most favored. And as that happens, and as you follow this white rabbit, Flame, you feel a lessening. Something that meant something has been reduced, and you feel a little less warm as you accept that shame and that pity. And in that moment, you know that the warmth that was taken from you, was it taken or was it stolen by Cold? Because Cold in that moment glows, and there is an unholy crackling to the air around her. Like 0 Kelvin, absolute 0. Intensifies. And there is just a long and delicious just
I stop dead in my tracks. Pupils go to pinpricks. I look all around for Cold, and I don't see her anywhere. And there's like a, and I keep going.
all pity has been exchanged. As most favored, Cold will go first. You have claimed your 3. You have claimed your 3. You will speak of the hunt unceasing. You are the second. Speak of the human's trail nearly lost beneath the snow, but that you so deftly find. Do they leave behind a path of footprints or something else in their wake?
Is that for me to answer? Okay, as
You will speak of the hunt unceasing.
As the trail begins to go cold, Cold begins to hum a tune. And it's just as the music flows through her, she cannot play the fiddle for anyone but her mistress. That doesn't mean she can't hum something. And as she begins to sing this mournful melody, she begins to pick up the heartbeat and the remnants of that nature, of that emotion, as like a resonance. With every note, it almost lights up the fearful footpath this human took, like leaving an imprint in the ground itself just by the sheer emotions that this person feels. And it begins to illuminate, causing like an echo to be able to be followed.
I always knew you had promise over potential. It is good to see that you reach it.
I will not fail you, mistress. That I can promise. Unlike others.
Hunger, you have claimed your fourth, correct?
Mhm.
You will speak of the human lost. If you are hunger, speak of the hollow ache within their stomach. What do they remember of their last meal?
They remember that the last meal they were able to have was simple, plain bread, no butter, nothing to make it better. It didn't even have any real shape. It was just the last of what they were able to make. And as they ache and yearn for more, I have made myself larger as an oven and have started baking various buns with various things inside. Some of them are red bean buns, because that is so sweet that it will definitely attract attention. Some of them are glazed with honey, and then there are some that have meat inside. As I am choosing to become the hunted rather than chase.
There are words for hunger, but one of my favorite words is voracious, and that is a sensation that you'd know in this moment. Flame, my poor little flame, third in flavor. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You have claimed your third. You will speak of the hunt unceasing. As the third, speak of a treasure that the human has lost in their journey, but that you have found.
His engagement ring. It's so small, and someone with less keen eyes would probably miss it in the sea of snow. But I see a glint that's not like other glints. And it's just a tiny, simple silver band. It's nothing fancy. But it's everything.
Fear, you have claimed your third, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You will also speak the hunt unceasing. As you are the last, speak of how you are nearly left behind by the other spirits, Do they distrust you? Do they fear you? Or do they mock you in their victory?
Of course, they mock me. There is nothing left of me to admire. I am a walking shadow, a reflection with no face. And whenever any of them look at me, I know that they see only a thing to be scorned. I don't care how they lie. I don't care that Cold says she still has a fondness for me. There is no fondness in these woods. Those feelings frozen and shattered many eons ago. But it is also true that they fear me because they fear that they could become me. They know that they are all one mistake away, disappearing like I have.
I would ask everyone to change the music to Winter Woods. Put that on loop. Four predators on the cusp of a blizzard, raging, howling, consuming. Looking past broken oak and shattered breach, creating most dazzling imaginable spread of ice branches that maybe could be seen later when the storm dies. But zooming out, you see that this wall of ice and snow is a small little wave. There's a tsunami that is engulfing everything. And somewhere ahead of those four dashing predators, a flickering light shines in the darkness. It flickers yet, and the human is still alive. But as we conclude this session, we will continue as the blizzard rages. Thank you for staying with us as long as you have. I hope you have enjoyed it, and we shall come back to this interesting exploration of what it means to hunt a stupid, foolish little mortal. Yeah, that's the session. There we go. I will give it to my players to give their outros. Thank you all for being part of this game, trusting me to run it, and delve. Fuck, this is the fucking most irritating thing. I use the word delve. Like, I always used to use the word delve, and now because of fucking AI, if I use it, like, people will be like, you used AI. And I'm like, no, I use the word.
I really like M dashes.
M dashes
Right?
and the sparkle. You can pry the sparkle emoji from my cold dead hands.
100 God, dude. Anyway, so there's this place to rant later, but yeah, thank you for indulging in this game with me and partaking. Please, I'm not gonna. We're not gonna do it favor this time. Like, let's start with Jonas. Jonas, I thank you for implicitly taking the role of fear and rolling with it in such an amazing fucking way. please lead us off.
Oh yeah, well, let's just say I know a thing or two about everyone abandoning me and making me feel terrible. That's a joke. That's a joke.
Oof.
That's a joke. That's a
Oh,
joke. That's a joke. I'm in
goddamn.
character. I'm in character. No, I'm happy to. I thought it just seemed like the most interesting one to engage with. Because so often in role playing games, you're trying to like make yourself look good and do cool shit, and it's an opportunity to not do that. I'm having a great time.
No, I mean,
Uh,
you yes-handed and understood the assignment very well.
yeah, I know, I love it. Hi, I'm Jonas, Tintenseher. If you go to my link tree, you'll find all the things I'm working on. I'm doing this in 2 weeks. I'm gonna be on Roller's Joint starting in a week or two, playing Coyote and Crow. And I hope you come back to see our wonderful conclusion in 2 weeks. Had a great time. Thank you.
Mary.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. I have been playing Cold this evening. Where you can find me. You can find me online at the Nerd on Wheels everywhere on social media. It has been so much fun getting to play a terrible person. I usually play cinnamon rolls, so this has been fun. But where you can find me next tomorrow, you can find me over on the Pocket Dragon Pub at 1 p.m. EST, where we are going to be playing a special one shot of Cyber plus Punk, the Kaguya Protocol, as part of a free RPG Day stream marathon. We are going to be raising money for Doctors Without Borders, and we are all hackers doing our one last mission into the Kaguya Protocol. Uh, it's supposed to be the job of a lifetime, but that doesn't mean everyone will make it out alive. So if you want to see some fun cyberpunk vibes, I am bringing a old character from the Rolodex out again and playing Icarus. But Sunday, you can also find me on Pantsless Tables, part of Pantsless Pride, where we are going to be playing Molgoths versus Visigoths. That is at 3 p.m. Central my time. And we are going to be trying to take over a 90s mall. I am Team Visigoth as the rune caster. That's just going to be tagging the mall with runes, trying to get my conqueror to win the battle of the mall, and really trying to avoid my ex Hannibal. Everything else you can find on my social media. I've got a fun Vesson series coming up on High Shelf Collective, starting on July 6th, part of the Mun D&D series, where I will be taking a group of players through a Mythic Ireland Vesson mini campaign, where they are going to be in the depths of double agents in the Apollonian society, trying to take them down from the inside. And that's what I've got. Check out social media for other updates.
Amelia.
Hi, I'm Amelia. You can find me everywhere online at Disabled Dystopian or Amelia Malcolm, mostly Disabled Dystopian. It has been a delight to play Hunger/Chef today. I am so excited to see this adventure conclude back in 2 weeks. First time playing with some of these wonderful people and still familiar faces. But I actually have a bit of a fun announcement. In less than an hour, if you go to Hilarity Save TTRPG, we will be streaming Safe Mode Disabled in a Code Lyoko inspired one shot where you can find me playing the streamer and the healer when we are in the VR world, as I play Monique, the streamer also known as Authentique, which is far more my normal play style. Fun, flirtatious, has a partner. It's going to be a blast. You should definitely head over there at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, but less than an hour for everybody. And tomorrow it is finally back creative disarray. After a few weeks away, we are back with Road to Wrestle Deep for our first combat outside of the wrestling ring. You get to watch Goliath, uh, my Goliath paladin Oath of Vengeance take on some spidery monsters, and who knows what will happen next with Danny Mendoza and many other amazing players. And yeah, and then on Monday will be the first session. If you go to Hilarity Save again, will be the first session of Phase and Gaze, where a group of level 5 adventurers prepare to take down an evil Draco Hydra version of Ronald Reagan.
Wow. That's yeah. Julia.
So first of all, you know what it is. It's that I only have the 1d6 out. So I was just rolling this one over and over again, and I was forgetting everything I was rolling because I didn't take them out before we started, because I didn't use my thinky brain. So next time I'm gonna get multiple sets of dice so I can roll all of them at once and I can see, and that way I can help my friends, who are not my friends.
What? Did I say friends? Excuse me?
Help me keep my job. Help me help you.
Or get your job back, because Cole just took it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, everyone. My name is Julia Labush. You can follow me on Instagram at QueenJulia_11, Blue Sky at QueenJulia11, and I also have a YouTube channel, which is just my name, Julia Labush, Labusch. On there, you can find a playlist of all my previous AP appearances, a bunch of videos of me singing, an original audio drama, and a staged reading of my original play, Lightkeeper. Speaking of Lightkeeper, go to Instagram and follow at Lightkeeper_play, because if you are in New York City this October, Lightkeeper is getting its first ever fully staged production at the Rat in Brooklyn, and we will have more information about crowdfunding and casting calls as the summer drags on. I'm so excited. This play has been my baby for years, and I can't wait for people to see it. Coming up in terms of AP, I'm currently on The Snowman on Roleplay Retcon. The 4th episode should be coming out this Wednesday on all podcasting platforms if it hasn't already, and then they will be coming out on Roleplay Retcon's YouTube channel a few days after the fact. This is our remake of the 2017 Scandinavian crime thriller. That's really bad, but we're making it good. I will also, I am doing with Sword and Key a 2-shot of Our Queen Crumbles. Our finale was supposed to be a few days ago, but had to be postponed. So that is now going to be on July 1st. Come watch me play a petulant changeling teenager learning what death is. And then in 2 weeks on the 10th, I will be right back here, back as Flame. And I'm getting my favor back, obviously. Thank you for having
me. We shall see. And that was me, AadiMK, Fabhim pronouns. You can find me at AadiMK on Blue Sky and on Many Face Plays on Twitch and on YouTube. And I think I'm also going to be part of Panzer's Pride, and there's some amazing work that's happening there in terms of the Trevor Project and Trans Aid for people who are sadly left on the chopping block by our governments, and all of that duty is pushed onto us because hey, capitalism. Yay. So but there's some amazing work that's being done to help these people, and we can only do what we can, right? But that's it for us. I will also pitch a thing that we're going to be doing on MFP soon, Many Face Plays, which is an anthology of amazing recordings of our version of the time we have, which is a crazy game. A couple of people are here on that cast as well. Just prepare for tears, hydrate yourselves, please. We are not responsible for exsanguination by not taking care of yourself. God damn. We really have to put that in the trigger warning, I think. Drink your goddamn water. But that's it for us. We have 14 plus games for all of June, so make sure that you come back and help support the Translatin Coalition. The next game that is taking place is Grand Guignol by Gray. That is happening on tomorrow on June 27th at 2:30 p.m. CDT. And that is, I guess, that is all for us this session. If you were intrigued by what these wonderful, lovely people are going to try and destroy each other with in the continuation and the conclusion of this hunt, join us for our successful conclusion. Either way.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Much
Listen,
love.
Let's take down my mom, okay? Let's take down my mom.
That's sedition.
Here's
Here's the podcast. Here's the podcast. She's listening. Ah!
Bye.